Hey guys, this is Mark with another exciting episode of Goblin's Craft. In this episode, this is episode 5, part 2 of the modular doors video. In this video, we're going to be doing the painting of the door. I had to go back and re-glue this thing. Anyways, I had some issues with it. But yeah, we're going to be covering the base painting, the dry brushing, and the finishing touches. Unfortunately, we will not be doing the big popsicle stick door and the flames because you know why? I left my hot glue gun at the house. Sorry. But anyway, we'll have a third, part 3 episode. I promise we'll have part 3. That'll be episode 6. So with that being said, let's get crafting. Okay guys, so we're going to do the painting. Well, what you want to do first is you want to get your black paint and shake it up. A lot of people don't understand that. You need to shake up the acrylic. The acrylic paint, you got to shake it up. Shake it up real good. This mixes the paint, essentially. So. Squirt some off in your palette there, or a tray, or whatever. I happen to have a palette thing. Take your brush with water, wet your brush down really good, dip your brush into the black paint. Should be pretty wet, and you're going to start just dabbing it on there. The main part is to try to get it into the crevices. Well, this is going to take me a while, so I'll speed up the video. Okay guys, so now that the base painting is done, what we're going to do next is going to do the dry brush. And what we're going to start out with is some gray paint. It's going to be your gray paint. Now you're going to kind of do it kind of a heavy dry brush, and what I mean by a heavy dry brush is almost covering up all the black. And then you're going to come back with the white, with a light white dry brush, and that's going to be covering almost partially the gray. Basically, you're giving it shadow and highlight. And if you want to know more about shadow and highlight, just YouTube it and or on how to paint or how to dry brush. Dry out your brush. Now, you're going to dip your brush in the paint and come over here and kind of just paint on a piece of paper or something dry. That's the whole reason why it's called dry brushing, because you're basically getting a lot of the paint off of there and you're barely putting any paint onto the to your craft project. So you just basically just hit the areas that are going to need light, like the skull and the sconces. See there? See what I've done? Let me zoom in. See how it's gray and then black? This shouldn't take you too long to do. And if you do get too much on there, you can always go back and just kind of wipe it off. There you go. And with dry brushing, the paint dries quicker, so you can immediately go back and start doing the highlights afterwards with the white paint, which I'll show you guys here in just a minute. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm having a little issue here. I had to re-glue some stuff here, but now that that's done, as you can see, it's all gray and black. That's what you want. Now, let's do the white highlights, which won't take long at all because you're barely going to use any of this anyways. Do the same technique, except you're going to hardly have any white paint on your brush. And you're just barely going to scrape across the surface of your brick. All you're wanting to do is just kind of get in that highlight. See there, now it's brighter. Go ahead and finish this up and we'll get back. Okay. Well, now that's done. If you don't want to do the door for the popsicle stick, then you're through. As far as the modular door goes. I mean, this is basically an arch. You could put one of you know, as long as you have an inch or whatever that is, not an inch, but an inch and a, maybe inch and a half, yeah, inch and a half piece of popsicle stick or whatever door you want to make, you can put in there. You don't have to glue it in like I'm going to show you in episode 5. But yeah, you guys kind of get the idea of what it's supposed to look like. This is how I do all my painting: black, gray, and white, or black, brown, and cream or tan. And that's it. Some people prefer to do stains. Some people want to use latex. Latex, now I'll admit, if you go and buy a big what is it? Bucket. I guess it's a bucket. I guess paint can. You know, a big can of paint. Go to Walmart. Ask for black. They'll mix it up. I think get the cheapest stuff. It's their brand. It's the outdoor latex paint, and they'll mix it up for you right there. Stuff works great. Plus, it matches black acrylic paint. It works a little bit better than the acrylic because it does kind of give it a little bit more of a durability, because if you use that outdoor latex for outside, for like on houses and stuff, it gives it that durability. But for this purpose, you know, if you're just wanting to use it for looks and for gameplay, it's alright, because we're going to go in there and seal it later with some spray acrylic seal that seals the acrylic. And it usually holds up pretty good. It gives it kind of a matte, glossy kind of a sheen to it, but it doesn't take away from the thing, because whenever you do the highlights and everything on this, and you do seal it and done, the sealer will kind of dull down the highlights in the paint, but it won't dull it down so much that you won't be able to tell any different. That's it for episode 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for crafting.